I've been dwelling with, as we're going through LiNC, I've been thinking a lot about some of the core philosophies that gives LiNC its power, its legs, if you will, that make it work. And one of the core philosophies is the priesthood of all believers and the incredible privilege and responsibility of partnering with Jesus in his mission to bring his light into the world. I was thinking of when Jesus prays, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. He's just gone into a dark community, preached, healed, driven out demons, and that's the context that he's looking and saying this to his disciples. And if that's true, then I was thinking about, in America, do we, as the overarching American church, really adopt that truth, that every believer has a share in this ministry of Jesus Christ? And I really think it's a challenge, and I think that we don't as American churches. I think that it's much more about controlled business model leadership. And if we at Purdue, thinking of our own church, if we really adopted this idea that every member of our church could go out in the harvest, could begin taking the authority of Jesus and living out the gospel. And if God blessed it and we grew rapidly, if we had 30, 40 new people join us, we basically double our size. I was thinking, well, are we prepared for that? And the answer to that question kind of depends on your philosophy of what prepared means. And in a sense, are we prepared to control that growth as pastors? Are we prepared to guide each person who comes to know Jesus and is out there working and facilitate and oversee all the work? No, we absolutely wouldn't be. We'd be overwhelmed and incapable of doing that. We could not control that sort of a growth. But if instead we are willing to allow the messiness of the gospel going forth and broken people coming in and causing all sorts of mess, but they themselves are learning to be active in the gospel and make more disciples. If we're willing to accept and embrace that messiness and radically claim the grace of God over all of that, I don't know, I think it could be really cool, but it will be really messy. And that, I think, is another responsibility of believers, is to champion grace for each other in that whole process. And I don't know where it's going to lead, but I'm excited to see what God does here.